Hey guys, Kirby Superstar Master here. This is me, and I'm on my channel page on a different account. Anyway, I'm on my channel page, just on another account, essentially. Okay, so essentially today we're going to be explaining the Alan Becker iceberg, essentially for those random stick figure animations. Yay! Alright, so first entry is animator versus animation. This one's pretty obvious. It's the thing that got him viral. It's the thing why people care about him. You know, you probably know what it is, but it's essentially where a cursor creates a stick figure and then fights the stick figure. And then wins by not saving the changes to whatever animation. Animation versus Minecraft. If we're talking about the original, which in this case we are, also I created this, but essentially I know that in it, red stick figure, which we'll talk about later, gets possessed by probably Hero Prime. Animation versus Minecraft Shorts. It's a series. It has a few other entries on here, but it's essentially shorts based off the original animation versus Minecraft, featuring the same stick figures. AVA shorts to AVA 5. This is, or animated versus animation, that's what AVA means. But essentially, this just means that on animator versus animation, they had the series called Animator versus Animation Shorts, and they compiled them and they called it Animator versus Animation 5. Alright, let's go to the next level down. The Chosen One. This is the name when it says convert to symbol when he first creates the first stick figure, or the second one in Animator versus Animation 2. It's labeled as the Chosen One. This name is also referenced several other times. The Second Coming.exe is the file name for the orange stick figure. This is only ever referenced in Animator vs. Animation 4, officially, anyways. Pink Army. This is Alan's first creation before any of these other entries, before Animator vs. Animation in 2006. This one also came out in 2006. It did pretty okay. I have a theory on it later, though. New guy? Essentially, this was his old Newgrounds name. Animation versus YouTube was the last one of his animations that entered Newgrounds. Anything after that, I believe, is solely on his YouTube channel. Unisex gang. And no, I am not going to pretend this word is actually pronounced the way it's spelled. This last part, I prefer having. Oh wait, I don't have 1,000 subscribers. Anyway, it's essentially the gang that consists of the Second Coming.exe and these four, which we're about to get to, which is just red, blue, green, and yellow. They're essentially just the names of the other stick figures. The Dark Lord. This is the name for the red stick figure from Animator vs. Animation 5 and 3. And essentially, this guy just This name is only referenced after his original creation by the origin source of the app Yellow Crates to allow Alan Becker to help the Chosen One. That it says source the Dark Lord's console. So that gives us some hidden lore that he uses that PC also as a gaming console. Cool thing I point out that isn't on the iceberg. Animation versus blank. This actually refers to the fact that Animation versus Minecraft and Animator versus Animation are the two major series. They also made Animation versus a ton of other stuff, but they never made a sequel to any of those. Next one. This one is just specified about the number of videos featured in Animator or Animation versus YouTube. Stick figure green. It's the video at the end of Animation versus YouTube. Why was my mic so far away for a second? But it's the video at the end of Animation versus YouTube that destroys the YouTube thingy or whatever. And it essentially is a real video on YouTube that you can watch in the playlist I mentioned earlier. Or that contains all the videos. Well, I didn't mention it earlier, but whatever. But you can only watch it from that playlist. Alt channels. This essentially refers to the fact that there is other channels that this guy owns. Like he plays music, he does Minecraft, he does tutorials, and he even made a recent video that's just clips. Animator versus games. It's just a channel he does with a other animator called DJ. He's a lot less popular, but essentially it's just them like playing games and reacting and stuff. I think there's also other people in that. Alright, next level down. Private videos in animation versus YouTube. This is essentially a video existed. It was put in animation versus YouTube, but then it was privated. But you could still kind of watch in animation versus YouTube. The only reason I know about this is because I saw some private videos in the playlist. Purple and orange. And orange is not the shows. It's not the second coming.exe. These are essentially two stick figures from the Animation versus Minecraft Shorts series. They're essentially just two characters that happen to be in it. That's really it. Well, there's more. Next up is the orange theory. I'm theorizing that orange is actually the guy that defeated the pink army in this first animation, and that the purple is one of the pink army members that was alive that orange let him live if he was a slave essentially. So now he has a pink slave. Cringe captions. Now on YouTube you used to have community captions. Or I think it used to. I didn't check if they actually removed them. Anyway, I think they did. In these videos, the captions were usually pretty funny, like "What in the name of Alan Becker?" Alan actually did a video himself reacting to them, so that's how funny they were. Yeah, AIM spam. This refers to when he used his real account for AIM, I think, or AOL Messenger or whatever, in Animator versus Animation 2. He got tons of spam from fans. Windows upgrade explanation. So as you know, Windows after Animator versus Animation 3 just has a huge upgrade. My explanation is that after his original computer was destroyed, he got a new one, and this new one had a newer version of Windows on it. It's actually called Alan's PC in the code. And I don't know where to put this one, but let me X this out. He also has merch and dice, and that's the Ellen Becker iceberg. I wonder what you think. I